I discovered that life has no meaning unless you give it meaning. People incarnate here to create a story, to feel, to fall in love, to even die because they want to feel it. Because if you're an infinite being that has lived a whole lot and you have no limitations, then you want to come here for limitations. In the beginning, it was very depressing. I thought, what was the point? And then I started watching. And I realized that there are a lot of us that have come to this same conclusion and have been awake for a very long time, and that reincarnate over and over and over again throughout history in order to keep the game going to their side, because they just want to create meaning in this video game or this game of life or whatever you want to call it. So I decided that the meaning that I would give it was to contribute what I know and how to beat the level, how to beat the game. Because if I can teach people how to do that and they can change reality, then we are beating them from the inside out. Because I chose the side of humanity, not the side of control, not the side of making all the money, because that's just incredibly boring. When you have all the money and you can do everything and you can remember past lives, it's just boring. But a lot of people want to keep humanity under control. They found a different way to siphon things. So I just decided that the meaning that I would give life would be to help people on the bottom rise up, help us wake up. And by helping us do that, we win the game. And people have tried to do this very many times, and you can see what has happened to them. They've been crucified, they've been killed, they've been branded as lunatics. So this is such a good time in humanity because there's so many voices and everything is so loud. And because money is the driving force, as long as you are not making any waves or have too much money or are overtly loud, then you are just lost in a sea of Looney Tunes. And then you can affect and do whatever it is that you want to do. So you have to treat it like a virus. I looked throughout history, and the ones that were most successful did it covertly. They didn't overtly share anything. They did it covertly, like DaVinci. DaVinci put codes and everything. Storytellers put it into stories so that they could tell other people and pass it on. Because if they were too loud, then they would get caught. So, this is just a bunch of loony bin stories for other people to follow. And if you are on this frequency, then you take this frequency and information, and then when you spread it and you share it or you create your own reality, it ripples out to other frequencies and other vibrations. And over time, like a virus, it spreads to everybody. Because a virus will mutate. And when it passes to another person and to their frequency, it mutates into their perception, and then they share it with other people on that frequency and vibration, and it mutates to their perception, and everyone eventually gets immunity to the virus. And immunity and the virus of life and money and control is where we're headed. And the way that you do that is knowing the information, changing your mindset, which changes your belief, and controlling your nervous system, stepping outside the animal brain, stepping outside your body, and remembering that you are an infinite being.